Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Homes, and I am back today for part 3 of the warm reviews on the Bring Back Your bars that are going to be available on January 1st. So if you haven't had a chance to watch any of the previous videos, I do have my first impressions, and then I also have 2 warming review videos up for the scents that I kind of classified in the fruity category, and then another video that showcased the florals. So in today's video is the majority of the scents, and we're going to go over the bakery. There's quite a few in here. I believe there is 8 altogether. Yeah, 8 bakeries, and we will go ahead and get started. So the first bakery that I warmed, we're just going to go right in alphabetical order. It's Amaretto. Amaretto, Scentsy says it has almond, honey, and spice. So on first impressions, this completely came off as extremely strong almond extract with cherry. It reminds me so much of the base that's in Cherry Almond Pie by Scentsy. So I do believe Cherry Almond Pie, I think that was made prior to this scent coming out, or if it wasn't, then this is definitely like the scent that created the idea for Cherry Almond Pie, because the base of this is screaming Cherry Almond Pie. I only did 1 cube, you guys, in a bedroom, and that was enough to envelop the entire room. The strength on the scent was good, the throw was good. It was just a very good bakery bar by Scentsy. And I really do think this is really good on its own, or you could definitely mix this with a multitude of different Scentsy scents. I would probably stick to like cafe and like coffee scents, but you probably could mix this with like a vanilla bean buttercream or even like a sugar cookie. That would probably complement it very well, but it did really nice. I'm definitely going to club it because I don't have Cherry Almond Pie in my club, and Cherry Almond Pie won't be back for a while because I do believe it was like in, God, a Bring Back Your bar round like 5 rounds or so ago. So it might be a little bit before we could vote back Cherry Almond Pie. So because of that, I am definitely going to be clubbing this. I think it's going to be amazing mixed with Perk Me Up. So I'm really looking forward to warming that kind of combination once my club ships out in February, after I do all my edits, so I can get a bar of Perk Me Up and do that mix. So definitely this is a good one. I would totally recommend that for any bakery lover. Okay, caramel sugar cone. This one is gooey caramel, vanilla, sugar cone, and malt. I did warm 4 cubes in my living room. I was pretty disappointed with this one. The malt definitely comes out when it's warming. It's not really like a ooey gooey gourmand caramel, like if you're thinking about like caramel buttercream or salted caramel toffee or even toffee butter crunch. It doesn't give off like that gourmand, and it's a very light bakery. So it still did all right. I think it probably performed like 10 to 12 hours in my living room, but at most the max it hit was like a 5, maybe 5.5 out of 10 for the strength and throw. I mean, you literally had to be like in the middle of my living room to really like get the fragrance. It wasn't really throwing to like the corners of the room or anything like that. So I don't know. I don't think this is a good one on its own. I think there's a lot more caramel and like toffee scents that Scentsy or even Vendor Wax has that you could probably get better performance out of this. I am curious to try this with, I'm going to mix it with bananas, or even Bananarama, because I do have a bar of Bananarama in my stash that I kind of want to try. So I'm thinking about doing that mix. And I'm also thinking about mixing this with like an apple scent, maybe Johnny Appleseed, just to see if I can kind of play around with like that caramel waffle cone, you know, fragrance. But the malt to me kind of warmed weird, and because of its performance and the fact that it's on the lighter side, I'm not going to repurchase or club this one. Frosted ginger cookie. Okay, I don't even need to talk about this one because this by far is the top dog of this BBMB round. BBMB, yeah, BBMB, there we go. Frosted ginger cookie is chewy brown sugar cookie with warming ginger and fragrant vanilla. This literally is ginger snaps. It's ginger snap cookies. So good. The minute I put it in the warmers, it started developing. I did 4 in my kitchen. Oh my god, it was so good. It smelled like I'd been baking cookies all day. It was just ginger snaps, and it just reminded me of ginger snaps and eating them with like my grandmother, my great grandmother. It's so good. And this was hella strong. It lasted, it did last the whole day and then into the next day. So I would say like 36 hours-ish is what this one will go. But I'm so putting this in my club. I've been waiting to get this back. So happy that I got enough votes to be brought back. So this one is never leaving ever again. So that's Frosted Ginger Cookie. Everything Nice. This is my missing pumpkin bar. So Everything Nice is sugar and spice, deep caramel, and swirls of butter with roasted pecan and glazed pumpkins. This, you guys, oh my god, it's so good. So it warmed exactly how it smells on cold. So I get pumpkin pecan waffles. I do get a maple note in here. I do get the roasted nuts too. I forgot how well of a bar this is for performance. This sucker, 2 cubes in our guest bedroom, lasted 3 days. No joke, 3 days, and I had the warmers on all day, 24/7 for 3 days straight. 72 freaking hours with this bar. And I want to tell you, on day 3, that's when the performance started to like decline, but it was a slow decline. So like right at the end of the day, on day 3, that's when the scent started to die out. And I think the last time I'd entered that room, it was probably like at a 3 out of 10, but you could still smell like the base. Like you could still smell the nuttiness and the maple. The pumpkin was pretty much gone, and like the brown sugar cookie was gone, but you could still smell that, you know, like I said, the maple and the pecan, the roasted pecans. I would totally recommend this one. I'm definitely going to put this in my club because, like I said, this is the missing pumpkin bar by Scentsy that I've been searching for. I've tried almost every one of them that's come out or has been brought back because I could not for the life of me remember what the name of it was, and now I understand why, because it has no mention of pumpkin in the name. But so good. I would totally recommend this. All right. Excuse me. So we're getting to the last 4. Toasted apple butter. Toasted apple butter. This one is creamy butter with ripe apples and rich spices. So this one also surprised me as well. When you warm it, the spice note is so identical to the spices that are in cozy chai, which I do love. I love cozy chai. So I was, you know, fairly pleasant to get that type of spice note from it. And then the apples, it was kind of more of like a baked or stew apple. So think of like the baked stewed apples that are in Dutch apple bread. That's kind of like what this was reminding me of. And the butteriness is not that bad. So it's not like a gourmand scent. It's more of like a spicy scent. So if you do like spicy, then this is definitely going to be for you. You guys, this is another one that lasted 3 whole days in my house. 2 cubes in my bedroom, 3 days, 72 hours. Warmers never went off, and it never changed. It absolutely didn't change. And at one point it dipped, because I remember on day 2 I went to bed and I was like, oh no, it's starting to die. I woke up in the morning and it like rejuvenated itself, and all I got was the apple and the spice again. It was almost like you plucked another like fresh cube into the wax. It was crazy. Because of that, I'm probably going to repurchase more. I don't know if I'm going to club it because I have about 10 bars left of Cozy Chai, and I just put Jack's Obsession into my club. So I could probably duplicate this scent by putting like, I don't know, a half a cube of Cozy Chai and like a half a cube of Jack's Obsession and mixing those together, and I could probably replicate it a little bit. But I don't think I need this in my club. But I definitely probably would like put it, like if I'm going to get a 6-pack next month, I definitely would put toasted apple butter in that 6-pack. So good. Okay, toasted caramel sugar. This one is warm milk with caramelized sugar and toffee and sweet vanilla musk. So I was kind of worried with the warm milk because I know sometimes with Scentsy, warm milk kind of reads like sour, and people either get like a sour cheese or mascarpone or something like that. That did not happen with this bar. This warmed, it smelt like burnt caramel on like the sides of your saucepan if you were actually making caramel, like when it actually starts to burn. That's what I was getting. And I did 2 cubes in my daughter's room, so it was kind of like a burnt caramel. Like there really wasn't any vanilla, there wasn't any like warm milk note. It was just smelling like burnt caramelized sugar. Okay, then the next morning, that burnt caramel sugar turned more into like this liqueur like scent. It turned into like a caramel liqueur. So for me, this is not so much bakery as it is more of a cafe scent. So I would definitely put it in the category with like Perk Me Up and Hazelnut Latte and even Amaretto. Like it's a cafe scent. So because of that and the fact it was kind of average on performance, I mean, it threw in her room, and it was probably at like a medium plus at its like maximum peak. But it just didn't perform enough to validate it as club worthy or anything like that. I probably wouldn't repurchase it, but if I got it like in a mystery bundle, I wouldn't be mad about it. So that is that. Vanilla walnut. So vanilla walnut is roasted walnut and sweet vanilla bean. So I did 2 cubes in a bedroom. This was weird. When it warmed, excuse me, when it warmed, it came off like walnut oil. Like it wasn't like a freshly cracked walnut or like a roasted walnut or anything like that. It just smelled like walnut oil, like almost like a body care walnut with like vanilla oil, that type of thing. It didn't read bakery to me. It read more woodsy, but it was so light, you guys. 2 cubes, I could barely smell it. I had to go up to the warmer, put my face in the dish, and then that's when I could sort of smell it. So definitely a light on performance, light on throw. And because of that, I'm not going to repurchase or club. But I find if you do like vanilla scents or woodsy vanilla, you probably would like this one. I'm also wondering where this is a vanilla based scent. Does it need time to develop and mature? Because we do know that anything with vanilla does mature and age better than a fresh pour. So I'm curious to see how this warms in 6 months from now, or even 3 months from now. But I'm not going to club it. I think I might just pick up a bar and then let it sit and then try it again just to see if it does cure differently. But I can't justify giving up a club space for this bar. And then last but not least, we have whipped vanilla pear. Whipped vanilla pear is caramel, baked pear, and whipped vanilla. I did do 3 cubes in my kitchen. It was a nice scent, you guys. I don't have anything bad really to say about it. The pear in here is not the pear that I absolutely hate, so that's a plus. The caramel is a very light caramel, so it's not a decadent or a gourmand caramel. It's just that light. It just kind of brings the bakery element to the scent. And the whipped vanilla, it's very airy and happy and bright. So it's definitely a summer bakery scent. So I could not warm this in the fall and the winter, but I could definitely see myself warming it in the spring and the summertime, especially on a hot day. So the throw was good. It was a medium performer. It was a 1-day scent. Not really anything bad about it. Am I going to repurchase it? If I was doing a 6-pack, definitely I would throw it in there, but I'm not going to club it. So that is it for the bakery portion of the Bring Back Your Bar round. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you enjoyed my comments, and I try to be honest and, you know, let people know my true feelings on it, you know, even though sometimes I might, you know, really dog on a scent and give it a bad rap like Twilight. But I try to give you guys my honest opinion, and I hope you guys appreciate that. So I do have one other video to make to finalize all of the scents that are coming back January 1st. So stay tuned to see that video. And in the comments, which one of these bakery scents did you absolutely fall in love with if you've had a chance to try them? Love to know. So talk to you later. Bye.